On July 4th, 2024, Florida law enforcement officers conducting beach patrol encountered individuals suspected of underage alcohol consumption. This analysis examines the constitutional and statutory framework governing this arrest.
What's your name?
It doesn't matter.
How old are you?
It doesn't matter.
Well, you appear intoxicated to me. Come over here. Come over here.
I'll fucking walk you a straight line, brother.
Okay. Sit down. Sit down.
It doesn't fucking matter. Get the fuck off.
Okay. Come sit down.
Get off me.
Stop. Come back over here and sit down. Sit down. Stay there.
Can you please fucking video this? Please. Am I fucking doing something wrong?
Yes, you are. Calm
Calm
down.
What am I doing? Read it to me.
Well, now you're resisting.
Resisting what? Standing here? Is that actually for real?
Relax.
I'm relaxed.
I don't know why you're acting like that.
Can I ask what I'm staying for? Okay.
Stand on back.
Okay.
And resisting.
Okay.
Yep. That's why I'm here to tell you.
I'm not trying to be difficult at all.
And not in the car, but I told him to figure out tomorrow.
You're 21?
No, ma'am.
How old are you? You're 20? From Ohio?
Yes, ma'am.
What you doing in Florida? Spring break? Summer break? Hanging out? Alright. Is your parents down here or is it just you?
No, ma'am.
Just you? Alright.
Yeah, I'm in the home.
You're in college?
I'm actually in cosmetology. I'm doing cosmetology.
Oh, okay. My mom did that. She's a cosmetologist.
And those boys are going to come down
So what
here.
do you, is it nails or hair? What are you into? Hair? Okay, nice. So what type of hair? Are you basic trimming and or actual?
Trimming and blonde girls and all that good stuff. We got here about probably 2 o'clock. I'm not sure. You guys want
I was just asking because we're good. I don't know if y'all do.
I mean, somebody.
Yeah, no, there's somebody here. I was just saying we're good.
Okay, but you have one.
I just told you
Your attendant unit centers at the command post. If you want to take turns coming up here, you're more than welcome to.
Here with you now. Do you have any credit card?
Sorry, man.
So how are you buying stuff on the beach? You
want to sit down?
Over here.
Let me interrupt you. As you guys try to be more and more vague and quiet, you're making it worse for yourself, all right?
I'm gonna check you again because I don't know if they can hear me properly.
Okay,
You're
try again.
you're still
because
drinking underage,
I am?
so that's still a problem that we're coming across.
Okay, well that's my name and there it is for you.
Okay.
M-A-K-A-Y-L-A.
Do you have shoes or no?
Somewhere in the car.
Which car?
Wherever the Subaru Legacy is.
I think they might have left you.
Well, they're right here, so I don't think they left me.
Cooperation makes everything better. Well, it'd be smart to stay away.
There's a lot better things for you guys to do, but I guess carry on.
Well, we're just doing our job.
That's fair. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. We're gonna walk up the stairs up here, okay?
Okay, am I going by myself?
Right now, yes.
You guys want to take one each?
Yeah. Watch your step. Hold on. Slow down. Slow down. Do you have any property that you want me to grab?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. Watch your step. Watch your step. Hold on. Hold on.
I didn't do nothing.
Let's go.
Free
Come on.
me, brother.
Come on. Watch your step.
I do not understand what the fuck we did compared to anyone else. Imagine arresting some people that are about to just get right out. Like, what's the point? I don't mean to be rude to you.
This way.
Can I just ask?
Let me get you in the car first, okay?
Okay.
Come this way. Okay. Have a seat for me. Okay, so Michaela.
Michaela? Yeah.
Okay. Alright, girl.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I have gloves on, so you're fine.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
My nose is really stuffy.
Do you want to blow your nose? You can.
I can't do it.
Is that better at least?
It's better.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you turn and face that way? I'm gonna take those off and put them in the front. I got it. You're good.
I'm just curious.
ass cuffs. So that's different.
Yeah, I just don't know if he etched them or anything, so I'll just give him this pair.
Yeah. I don't think there's serial numbers or anything, but.
Thank you. Just put your hands like that. That's more comfortable. This
Like
way.
this?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so sorry
You're fine.
for all of this. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Listen, if you keep banging on the car, your handcuffs are gonna go back behind your back. You're laughing because I'll switch them right now.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the same place I was
Okay,
before.
yeah, you will.
Baby, bail me out! We'll see you guys soon on Daytona, baby! I'm sorry, I forgive you. I love you guys! I'm sorry. Hey, David, buddy! Does it feel bad that this is the last time? I love you guys!
We know. Hey, stay.
Under the Fourth Amendment, officers may detain individuals based on reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. Here, visible intoxication combined with the beach enforcement context provided articulable facts justifying initial contact. The male subject's immediate refusal to provide basic identification, responding, "It doesn't matter," demonstrates a fundamental misunderstanding of detention authority under Terry v. Ohio. Florida statutes, section 562.111, criminalizes possession of alcohol by persons under 21 as a second-degree misdemeanor. Officers needed to establish age to determine if a violation occurred. When the officer commanded the subject to sit down, this fell within lawful authority established in Pennsylvania versus Mims. Officers may direct detained individuals to specific positions for safety purposes. The subject's refusal to comply constituted resistance. Florida statutes section 843.02 defines resisting an officer without violence as opposing lawful execution of duty. The key legal question: was the officer engaged in lawful duty? If probable cause existed for the initial detention, which appears likely given observed intoxication and holiday enforcement operations, then physical non-compliance created a separate criminal violation. The Supreme Court established in Graham v. Connor that use of force must be judged under objective reasonableness. We analyze from the perspective of a reasonable officer on scene, not with hindsight. 3 factors control Graham analysis: severity of the crime, whether the suspect poses immediate threat to safety, and whether they are actively resisting arrest or attempting to evade. The officer's use of empty hand control and handcuffing appears objectively reasonable given the subject's verbal challenges, physical resistance to commands, and refusal to comply with lawful orders. The second subject's request that someone video the encounter invokes First Amendment protections. Circuit courts consistently hold that citizens may record police activity in public spaces without interference. Contrast the female officer's interaction with Michaela. The calm, conversational interview technique demonstrates proper field interrogation, building rapport while gathering necessary information for probable cause determination. Michaela's responses fall within the booking exception to Miranda. Basic biographical questions, name, age, address, do not constitute custodial interrogation requiring rights advisement. The prolonged detention raises Fourth Amendment concerns. Courts require that detention length be reasonable in relation to the offense. For a misdemeanor violation, extended field interviews must be justified. The male subject's statement, "resisting what, standing here," suggests genuine confusion about the legal basis. However, confusion does not negate officer authority when probable cause exists. The officer's statement, "as you try to be more vague and quiet, you're making it worse," conflicts with Fifth Amendment protections. Subjects cannot be punished for exercising the right to remain silent. The male subject's claim of selective enforcement invokes equal protection analysis under the 14th Amendment. However, officer discretion is broad unless discrimination targets a protected class. When officers moved handcuffs from Michaela's back to front, this discretionary decision reflected proper risk assessment. She demonstrated zero resistance or escape risk, making restrictive positioning unnecessary. Officers maintain duty of care throughout transport. Repeated warnings during stair navigation, "watch your step," demonstrate awareness that handcuffed arrestees cannot protect themselves from falls. Failure to protect handcuffed individuals from foreseeable injury has resulted in successful civil rights litigation under Section 1983. These officers followed proper safety protocols. The officer's clear articulation of the violation, "you're still drinking underage," satisfied due process requirements. Arrestees must understand the charges against them. This interaction occurred during high-volume holiday enforcement. Resource constraints during mass arrest operations can lead to procedural shortcuts requiring judicial scrutiny. Based on Fourth Amendment compliance, state statutory authority, and use of force jurisprudence, we now assign grades reflecting legal and tactical performance. The female officer receives a grade of B+. Strong professionalism, clear legal articulation, and appropriate care for arrestee welfare demonstrate quality policing. However, the footage lacks initial probable cause establishment. We cannot verify whether officers personally witnessed alcohol consumption or relied on information from others. The male subject receives a grade of D-. His confrontational approach violated Florida statutes section 843.02 if the underlying detention was lawful. Physical resistance to arrest creates additional criminal charges regardless of the underlying arrest's validity. The appropriate remedy for improper detention is judicial review, not on-scene resistance. His statement, "I'll walk you a straight line, brother," and "do something," constituted provocative challenges that served no legal purpose and likely influenced officer perception of threat level. Michaela receives a grade of B-. Her cooperative demeanor, respectful communication, and calm composure represent appropriate handling of arrest situations. However, she committed the underlying violation. Good behavior during arrest does not erase the initial unlawful act. Additionally, limited rights assertion prevents a higher grade. Her cooperation likely influenced treatment during arrest and will affect prosecutorial discretion. Studies show cooperative defendants receive more favorable plea offers and diversion opportunities. Key lessons from this encounter. First, Understand that reasonable suspicion permits investigatory detention. Officers need only articulable facts, not proof beyond reasonable doubt. Second, physical resistance to lawful commands creates separate criminal liability under state resistance statutes. Challenge arrest legality in court, not on scene. Third, demeanor during arrest significantly impacts immediate treatment and long-term case outcomes. Cooperation and respect produce measurably better results than confrontation. Fourth, Fifth Amendment protections permit silence. But officers may interpret non-cooperation as suspicious. Balance rights assertion with practical realities of police encounters. Fifth, recording police activity is constitutionally protected. Officers cannot prevent bystanders from documenting public law enforcement actions. This July 4th enforcement operation illustrates fundamental principles of police-citizen interactions. Officers possess legal authority to enforce laws, but must meet constitutional standards at every stage. Citizens have rights, but also face practical consequences for how those rights are exercised. Understanding this framework produces better outcomes for all parties. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.